What's going on, guys? It's Drama. I'm back at it again with another episode of NBA Kicks, the show where we count down the top 10 best sneakers in the NBA every single week of the season. This week we have a crazy episode for you guys. The number one spot, straight up, I'm just being honest with you guys, might just be the craziest sneaker that I've ever seen. Like, seriously, I don't know how else to put it. It's creative, it's confusing, it's audacious, it's unique. That's what we have in store for you guys. And on top of that, I'm adding 3 more spots to the list. So we have 13 sneakers, 1 episode, and it all starts right now. Starting off the list at number 13, we have Paolo Banchero with the Jordan Zion 2. So here we have the leading candidate for Rookie of the Year debuting a new colorway of the Zion 2, which isn't the perfect situation, but it's all we got. I think I could speak for everybody when I say that we all wish Zion was the one debuting new colorways of his second signature model, but Zion can't stay on the floor right now. So Jordan Brand is turning to Paolo Banchero with this black and green colorway, which looks very similar to the debut colorway of the Jordan 28s. So the brand's DNA is definitely strong in these. But man, the Zion train has yet to kind of fully take off, and I can't wait for a fully healthy Zion season, because the more he's on the floor, the more Zion sneakers we get. And the more sneakers we get, well, that's always a good thing. Next up at number 12, we have Russell Westbrook with the Why Not 0.1 Chaos. Wow, okay, so this is definitely an unexpected appearance, but I know the nostalgia right now is gonna be kicking in for some of you with these ones. The Why Not 0.1 was a polarizing sneaker when it first came out, mainly due to the shroud design on the upper, and in response to that, Jordan Brand dropped a Chaos version, which you see here, which took a more traditional approach as well as a lower cut, which made the silhouette easier to digest for those not willing to take a chance on the original's unique design. It's also just cool to see Westbrook go way back into the vault for these, so I feel like a spot on this week's list is well deserved, even though he's a Clipper now.
I hate you. I hate your guts.
Next up at number 11, we have Kawhi Leonard with the Kawhi 3. Kawhi clocks in with a new colorway of his third signature silhouette, which does play it safe, but the results are fuego. Aside from the vibrant colors, my favorite part about this colorway and silhouette overall is, again, the variety of materials that New Balance implements here, as it gives the Kawhi 3 a lot more off-court appeal than I was expecting. Honestly though, both the Kawhi 1 and 2 were just kind of meh, so the 3s actually look like a banger. So I gotta give New Balance props here, because they finally figured out how to give the claw a solid signature silhouette. Coming in at number 10, we have Jimmy Butler with the JB1. I'm willing to bet that you forgot that Jimmy Butler had his own signature sneaker, but Jimmy and I are both here to tell you that the JB1 should not be slept on. This colorway uses my 3 favorite colors, red, black, and white, with an interesting graphic on the upper that may be Braille, it may be a matrix. Either way, it gives the JB1 a creative look, and that is something we can always appreciate here on NBA Kicks. Also, did you guys notice that Jimmy's logo is on this silhouette in more than one place? Obviously, you got the logo right there on the tongue, but the top eyelet also features that JB logo as well. It was so nice, Leaning just had to put it twice. Next up at number 9, we have RJ Hampton with the Leaning Power 8. Leaning makes their second appearance on this week's episode, this time with a silhouette called the Power 8. Last episode, RJ Hampton made the list as well with the Bad 5-3s, which were a super unique silhouette to say the least, and the same could be said for these Power 8s, which use a dual outsole design that actually reminds me a lot of the Why Not 0.2s. Now this colorway again uses red and black, which are my 2 favorite colors, but I love the subtle uses of red with black dominating most of the silhouette, as it gives this colorway a vicious personality on top of its already unique design. Now, that is 2 spots taken by Li-Ning on this week's episode already, but can they take a third? Stay tuned to find out. Next up at number 8, we have Jamal Murray with the New Balance two-way V3. Jamal Murray checks in here with a new colorway of what I think is actually my favorite encore performer of the season. The two-way V3 is just an incredible encore performer. Fit, traction, cushion, it's all there. And New Balance has been dropping some awesome colorways as well. And while some of you may think that this is just a basic brown colorway that like a UPS driver would rock, I personally think we need more brown sneakers, so these are right up my alley. First of all, I love monochromatic sneakers, and like I said earlier, brown is just not used enough in the encore world. So I praise New Balance here for making an all brown colorway that give these a premium look, and almost like the entire thing is made of suede or nubuck. And hey, no disrespect to UPS workers, I wasn't trying to throw shade, I'm just saying like brown, UPS, they're kind of synonymous. So when I saw these, I thought of you guys. If you do actually work at UPS, let me know down below and I'll apologize to you personally. Next up at number 7, we have Justin Holiday with the Li-Ning Speed 8. So here it is, Li-Ning took their 3rd spot in one episode, which has to be a record for them. But aside from that incredible stat, I think Justin Holiday modded this colorway. So we've seen the Speed 8s before, however, they have always featured this really unique translucent tube on the midfoot, which isn't featured here for whatever reason. But regardless, this colorway uses a pink upper alongside an animal print on the logo and inner lining, which could be leopard, it could be cheetah, I'm not an expert. I just hope it's actually panther print so we can officially call these the Pink Panthers.
I would like to buy the burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 It's gotta be panther print, right? I mean, like pink cheetah, pink leopard, that just doesn't make any sense. But Pink Panther, that makes sense. Coming in at number 8, we have Zach Levine with the Fresh Foam BB from New Balance. Zach Levine rocks a personal colorway of the Fresh Foam BB, which is just another elite encore performer from New Balance basketball. This colorway uses a variety of bright colors ranging from orange to red to blue, green, purple, etc. But the star of this colorway is not those vibrant colors, it's the date on the medial upper, which is actually the birthday of Levine's son Saint. So on top of being a super colorful and vibrant colorway, this has a personal connection to Levine, which is always a nice touch. But seriously guys, if you like a little bounce in your sneakers, the Fresh Foam BB is absolutely one of the best options on the market right now in that regard. Next up at number 5 is Steph Curry with the Curry 10. It's been a relatively quiet season for the Curry 10, mainly due to the fact that Under Armour is pushing Steph's Flotro silhouettes, but Under Armour laces Steph up here with a new colorway of the Curry 10, which might just be the best one yet. Using an exquisite white and cork color scheme, this colorway is just the definition of class. And despite what you think about the Curry 10 as a silhouette on its own, you have to admit that this colorway is clean and the use of cork on the heel cup is just perfect. I just wish that they used cork on the pull tabs as well, because that off-white color that they ended up using is the only sore spot on an otherwise fantastic colorway. Next up at number 4, we have Jayson Tatum with the JT1. All right, so it was just recently Jayson Tatum's birthday, and as the league's newest signature athlete, Jordan Brand hooked him up with a brand new colorway. Obviously inspired by a blueprint, this colorway uses a couple of shades of blue alongside a blueprint graphic on the upper, which remind me a lot of Mike Trout's debut trainer, which launched with a very similar blueprint colorway. Now, the idea with that blueprint colorway was that Mike Trout was the modern blueprint for a perfect baseball player. So I don't know if Jordan Brand is saying that Jayson Tatum is the blueprint for a modern NBA player, but honestly, they're not that far off if they're saying that. But overall, this colorway itself is dope and good enough to take the number 4 spot on this week's list. Next up at number 3, we have Kevon Looney with the Anta KT8. This is one of the best colorways that Anta has ever put on a Klay Thompson silhouette. Obviously, you got a handful of bright colors scattered throughout the silhouette, but those colors are lined with a thick black outline, which give these a surreal look and feel, kind of like something out of a cartoon show. Like seriously guys, look at these. These look like cartoon sneakers, which is pretty amazing and make for one of the most unique sneakers that we have seen all season long. And I just can't help to think that if this colorway was on like a Ja 1 or an MBO2, something a little bit more mainstream, everybody would be all on them. I mean, they kind of look like the Stewie LeBrons that came out a while back, but it is what it is, and what it is the third best sneaker on this week's list. Coming in as our runner-up, we have Chris Boucher with the Puma MBO2. So last season, the MBO1s were the sneaker of the year, and I don't know if this season they're going to repeat, but what I do know is this colorway is fire. Dubbed the honeycomb colorway, this uses an electro aqua upper, black hits, as well as a subtle splash of metallic gold for an overall package that is clean, vibrant, classy, and like I said, just straight up fire. The good news is that these are widely available, which is great to see. So if you've been waiting for the right colorway to cop the MBO2s, these wouldn't be a bad pickup. In fact, I might have to pick up a pair for myself because the MBO1s were a solid on-court sneaker. So if you played in the 2s, let me know what you think about them down below. Personally, I just feel like there's not a lot of variance between like one sneaker to the next. Usually I wait like 1 or maybe 2 generations before I hop back onto a signature line. So the MBO1s and O2s kind of look very similar. So let me know if it really is truly a big upgrade down below. Finally, at number 1, we have Tyrese Halliburton with perhaps the craziest sneaker in NBA Kicks history. Yes, you heard me right. These might be the craziest sneaker that I have ever seen on an NBA floor because honestly, what even are these? Well, obviously these are a custom done by Coda Customs on Instagram, and they seem to be a sole swap of the Kobe 6 onto the Air Zoom Generations. I don't know, I could be totally wrong about that, but basically this is a combination of the Kobe 6 and Zoom Generations, which are two of the most iconic silhouettes from their generations, pun intended. But what Coda Customs did with these is nothing short of spectacular. Not only did he find a way to seamlessly match these two silhouettes together, but he also added python skin on the upper, which elevate this silhouette to a luxury status, all the while fitting and maintaining the overall look and feel of these two iconic silhouettes. Seriously guys, this concept should not have worked. It should have looked like a replica or a fake sneaker that you would find on some super sketchy Chinese website or Instagram page. Like, that's how audacious this concept is, but you gotta give it up to Coda Customs for essentially making a sneaker that personally I've never seen before and essentially no one's even made before. Kinda. All in all, this is just an incredible custom, and like I said, probably one of the craziest and best customs that I've ever seen, period. And that is way more than enough to earn a #1 spot on the list. So I am officially crowning these as the best sneaker worn in the NBA during week 12 of the 2022-23 season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode. I'm sorry for the slight delay in programming. I had a nightmare situation with a sponsor, but we're back up and running. If you enjoyed the episode, leave a like, it helps me out a lot, and subscribe to the channel for more sneaker related content just like this. My name is Jaron. It's been great having you. Catch you in next week's episode. Peace.